Are you trying to build your chest? If yes, then let's talk about smart exercise selection. Firstly, what's the main function of our chest muscles or our pecs? It is horizontal adduction. In other words, it's the motion of bringing your upper arm towards and across the front part of your body. Secondly, it's important to understand the importance of using and loading the full available range of motion of our muscles. In this case, our chest. We want to pick exercises that will allow us to load our muscles through their full range of motion, from their stretched to their contracted range. Now it's a good time for me to highlight the importance of loading, especially that stretched range of our muscles, which is important for muscle growth. Next, we also need to understand how to properly add load to a movement. I know this sounds like common sense, but unfortunately, some of the stuff we see on the social media fitness space proves this point. Which brings me to this pretty useless chest exercise that's doing the rounds on Instagram, the standing plate press, which simply does not load and train your chest because gravity is pulling that plate directly down, which as a result only targets the front part of your shoulders as they have to work to keep your arms up. If you want to perform a pressing motion for your chest from a standing or an upright position, you really can't use free weights for this. A machine press where the weight is going to be acting towards you instead of acting down is going to be the way to go here. In addition to the standing plate press, it's the same story when it comes to trying to do the dumbbell chest fly exercise from a standing position. Again, it's pretty useless. If you're in a standing position, the weight should be acting from the sides, like it does during a chest fly machine, for example. Another exercise that is still pretty overrated for chest growth is again the plate press from a lying position. Even though the weight is acting in the right, or at least a better direction compared to standing, positioning your arms in this way reduces the range of motion you can achieve and keeps you from stretching out your chest, which, as we discussed, is a pretty important part of the rep for hypertrophy. It can also be quite difficult to stabilize the plate in this way, and even more difficult to actually progress on this exercise, which again is important and should be the main focus of your training. We should always try to progress for muscle growth. This exercise is a great example of that common misconception where it's believed that just because you feel the muscle during a certain exercise, it definitely means it's working and it will grow that muscle group, which is simply not the case. There's a lot more to muscle growth than just feeling. Those are probably my top 3 overrated chest exercises, which I wouldn't recommend for you to do if your goal is to build muscle, especially when you consider the numerous superior exercises which we have available to choose from. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you soon.